Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third lesson of D2, chapter number 11, exercise 11A, that is about trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios and what is the relationship between the sides of the triangle and the trigonometric functions, and how to write these trigonometric ratios? For these all questions, you have to watch the previous lesson because lessons of mathematics require the continuous integration and practice of the lesson with the new lesson. If these questions are not clear that how to write and what are the trigonometric ratios, then this lesson will be difficult for you. So for all those students, those who have missed the class or they are not clear about these questions, I'll be giving the link of the lesson in the description box. Please watch that lesson carefully. Okay, coming to today's class, I'll start my class with the key terms. That what is the ratio? Ratio means to write something in fraction form. And what are the trigonometric ratios? The trigonometric ratios are commonly sine, cos and tan. Okay, and in order to write down the trigonometric ratio sine, we have to take the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. Then for cos, base upon hypotenuse, and for tangent, we have to take the ratio of perpendicular and base with the reference of that given acute angle. Or you can keep these formulas in this way as well in your mind, that sine opposite upon hypotenuse, cos adjacent upon hypotenuse. Two of the ratios have the hypotenuse as the base, and tangent equals to opposite upon adjacent. Or if you find it difficult to memorize, you can keep this phrase in your mind, so ka to. So ka to. From so, you have to write S for sine and O and H opposite upon hypotenuse, ka. From ka, you have to take C for cos and then adjacent upon hypotenuse, and then to. You have to take T for tangent and opposite upon adjacent. I hope now you will be finding this lesson easy. Coming to the question 1 of the exercise, that says that for each of the following right angle triangles, name the hypotenuse, the side opposite to angle A and the side adjacent to angle A. Okay, now in this question, we have to see that where our reference angle is. It's not necessary that every time the reference angle has to be at this ground level or horizontal level. Here, our reference angle is in the standing formation in this height wise line, which is RQ. So recall the previous lesson that adjacent will be the side which will be next to this reference or angle of interest. Okay, and the face which is opposite to this reference angle will be, and that side will be at the formation of L, will be opposite, and the face which will be in front of the right angle, that will be the hypotenuse. Okay, so it's really clear that hypotenuse of this shape is PQ. Hypotenuse is PQ. Here we just have to write down the names of the shape. Here the identification is required only. The side opposite to angle A, opposite to angle A is RP or PR. PR, and the side adjacent to angle A is RQ. RQ. Okay, either you can write over here or you can write it over here. It's up to you, but this is what we have to do. Okay, coming to the B part of the question, and in B part, the triangle which is given to us is XYZ, and here again the reference angle is acute angle. Okay, now keep one thing in mind, that this is the place for 90-degree angle, and the face which is opposite to this will always be the longest space, and it will be the hypotenuse. Okay, now identify two sides which are at the formation of L. These two sides are at the formation of L, and they have the vertices Y, Z and X. Okay, now first of all, we have to identify the name of the side which is of hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is xy. Side opposite to angle A, this is the reference angle, and the side which is opposite to this angle will be xz or zx, and the side adjacent to angle A, x to y, y to z. Okay, y to z adjacent to angle A. I hope you are clear about how we are identifying the side opposite to this reference angle and the side adjacent to the reference angle, because this is the point about which most of the students find difficulty. Okay, moving to question number 2, and question 2 says, for each of the following right angle triangles, we have to write the value of sine A, cos A, tangent A, then sine B, cos B, and tangent B. Okay, now let's move to the solution of this question and let's try to understand this. But before that, let me see that A to C side is 12, B to C side is 5 centimeter, and A to B side is 13 centimeter. It's really good to compare your question before moving to the solution. If there is any problem and mistake, you can correct it in the beginning. Now, in order to write sine of angle A, it means the reference angle is the angle A. This is my reference angle. With the reference of this angle, which side will be adjacent and which will be opposite? 12 will be adjacent and 5 will be the opposite side. And now recall that what is the formula for trigonometric ratio sine? Opposite upon hypotenuse, opposite upon hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is the face which is in front of 90-degree angle, and this is the largest face of the triangle. This is another identification of the hypotenuse as well. Okay, now formula for the sine is that we have to take opposite upon hypotenuse, opposite upon hypotenuse. So what we can do is that it will become 5 by 13 sine of A, 5 by 13. Okay, coming to cos, cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse, adjacent upon hypotenuse. So with the reference of this angle A, adjacent is 12 upon hypotenuse is 13, and tangent A, opposite upon adjacent, opposite upon adjacent, and now this is 5 by 12. I hope you are clear that how we are writing the trigonometric ratios with the reference of one of the acute angles. Now coming to the second acute angle, that is angle B, sine B. Now our angle of interest, this is our angle of interest. It is the acute angle. Now the formula will remain same, that sine is the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse. With the reference of angle B, look what will be the opposite. Now opposite will be 12 and hypotenuse will remain same. This is 12 by 13. Coming to cos of angle B, with the reference of angle B, 5 is the adjacent, 5 is the base, 5 by 13, and the hypotenuse, tangent is opposite upon adjacent, opposite upon adjacent. Now with the reference of angle B, opposite is 12 and adjacent is 5. Okay, if we look at the relationship between this sine, cos and tangent of angle A and sine, cos and tangent of angle B, we can see that sine of angle A is equal to cos of angle B, okay, and cos of angle A will be equal to sine of angle B, and for the tangent you can see that we can take the reciprocal of one of the tangent to get the value of other trigonometric function. I hope you are clear that after writing the trigonometric ratios with the reference of one of the acute angles, we can write the trigonometric ratios of other acute angle easily. Let's move to B part of the question. And in B part, question number 2b, the given triangle is A, B and C, and the given sides are 24 meters, 7 meters and 25 meters. And again we have to write down the values of sine A, cos A, tangent A, and sine B, cos B and tangent B. Let's move to the discussion of the question. In this part, the reference angle or angle of interest is angle A. Okay, let me mark it. Let me highlight this portion so that my students can understand this. That this is our angle of interest or reference acute angle. Reference angle. You are not supposed to write this. This is just for the understanding. Okay, and at vertex C, we have the right angle with us. So it's really important to identify the place of and the position of right angle in the beginning and see if this is the right angle with us, the face opposite to this will be the longest face of this triangle and it will be the hypotenuse. And now coming to the identification of adjacent and opposite with the reference of angle A. With the reference of angle A, 7 is the adjacent and 24 is the opposite. Now recall that sine is the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse. So let me write down hypotenuse first. That is 25. And now opposite to this is 24. And then cos adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent is 7. 25. Adjacent is 7. So 7 by 25. And now for tangent, opposite upon adjacent. Opposite upon adjacent, that is 24 by 7. You have to learn these all formulas carefully because this topic is one of the important part of your CIE examination. Coming to the sine, cos and tangent with the reference of angle B. Now our angle of interest is angle B. So as we know that hypotenuse will remain same. Yes, because that's a face which is in front of the 90-degree angle, and right angle triangle can have only one right angle. So there will be no discussion for the identification of hypotenuse. But with the reference of angle B, it's really important to identify the opposite and adjacent because this is the point about which most of the students are having the problem. If our reference angle is at this place, then the face which is opposite to this reference angle, this will be the height or opposite to this, and 24 will be the adjacent. And formula for the sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite upon hypotenuse. And if you look at the diagram, opposite is 7 and hypotenuse is 25. So by guess, I said in my previous discussion that cos of the first angle will be equal to sine of the second angle, and sine of the second will be equal to the cos. And tangent, for tangent, what we have to do, we have to take the reciprocal of each other. We have to take the reciprocal of each other. So either you can write these fractions by looking at the diagram. Okay, let me first write it with the help of the diagram. That sine of B equals to opposite 7 by 25. Cos of B adjacent upon hypotenuse, which is 24 by 25. And for tangent, opposite upon adjacent, 7 by 24. Here we have to flip our fraction. Okay, now look. The sine of the first angle and the cos of the second angle are equal, and the cos of the first and sine of the second are equal. And for tangent, what we are doing, we are flipping the fraction. I hope you are clear about this lesson. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.